Hello students, and welcome to your music class. So in today's class we'll be understanding about the chord families. Okay, so you have been learning the major scales and the minor scales, and also the relation between the major chords and minor chords. So today we will take one step further and we will try to understand about the chord families. So most of you might think that how does a musician, just listening to a song once or twice, he can play all the chords. Okay, so that is nothing but the chord families. If you understand chord families, then you can also do the same thing. So let's start. To start, first of all, we need to take one simple major chord scale. So in this case we will take C major scale. So C major scale, we have 7 notes, that is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, let me explain you by allotting some references to each note. So the first note, that is C, we will take this as the God. Okay, its musical name is tonic. Okay, so it serves as the root note of its major scale, major chord, that is C major. Okay, so we will take this as God. Now let's move to the 5th note, that is G, which serves as the root note for its major chord, that is G major. Okay, and we will allot this note as the dad or the father of the family. Okay, so this 5th note, it has a musical name which is called dominant. So as you know, fathers are always dominant in the family. Similarly, this G note, the 5th note, is also dominant in this scale. So it creates a tension and tries to resolve to God. Okay, so the 4th note, it's also called as subdominant. It's called subdominant because it's right below the dominant, that is G, and right below it is F. So this is the subdominant, and it also serves as the root note for its major chord, that is F major. And we will allot this note as the mother or the mom of the family. Okay, so this note looks up to note number 5, that is the dominant. So we have like, it looks up to G, and eventually G tries to resolve to 1, which is the sense of a finality. Talk about the 2nd note, that is D. Okay, it has a musical name. It's also called as Supertonic. Okay, and this, we will allot this note as a child in the family, a daddy's boy, and it also serves as the root note of the minor chord. As we know that 2nd note is always a minor, so to run to its dad, since it's a daddy's boy, so it will prepare a domination, like dominant preparation will be going on. Okay, so now let's go to F, the G, and then to C. Now let's talk about the 3rd note, which is also known as mediant. Okay, it's called mediant because it's between tonic and dominant. Right between C and G there is the mediant, that is the middle note. Okay, and it runs to runs to the subdominant note, that is the F. Then as we know, it looks up to G and then finally to 1. Now let's talk about the sixth note, which is also called as submediant. Okay, so in this case we have A, which also serves as the root note for the minor chord. It is a very deceptive chord, and this chord is used in commercial music. Like, let's take an example. Suppose we are in the fourth note, that is the subdominant. So, which goes to dominant. And now we think that it is over and we will go to C, but if we play the sixth note, that is the submediant, it will deceive us. The song is not yet over. Again we go back to F, G and then C. Now the seventh note, which is B in this case, it's called 7 diminished, or its musical name is leading tone. So it serves as the diminished chord, like, which is not much used in the commercial songs, but if we add a G note, that is a dominant note, then it creates a beautiful chord known as G7, or okay, which is again used in commercial songs. So we will allot this number B note as a lovely dog in the family. Okay, so alone it cannot go to a walk, but if it combines with the dominant dad, then it will create a beautiful tone known as G7, which is again used in commercial songs, and now which will resolve to 1, that is C. So students, you might be confused a little bit. Okay, so here are the 3 major points which you should remember. Number 1, chord families are built from the major scales. Number 2, 1, 4 and 5 are major chords. Number 3, 2, 3 and 6 are minor chords. Number 4, the 7th note is a diminished note. Thank you students. See you in next class.